So we already know 49% is the maximum number of shares in a Thai limited company that can be owned by a non-Thai person or entity, right? Number one. How many shareholders is the minimum number in order to set up a Thai limited company? Ready? No? Correct, three. Three. Right? It used to be 7. They changed the rules about 3 or 4 years ago. No, 3 shareholders, including yourself. It could be 2 foreigners and one Thai. Okay? It doesn't. It's 49% of the shares, not shareholders, shares. But if you intend to own land with that company, you must also have a majority of Thai shareholders. So everyone understands the difference between shares and shareholders, right? Shareholders are people who actually have the shares, the actual share of the capital of the company, right? So we talked about needing 2 million baht in order to be able to have a visa, for example. Does anybody know how many 100 baht shares that would be? No? 100 baht shares. 20,000 correct. Right? 20,000. It's 20,000 shares at 100 baht a share. Okay, so does everybody understand now where capital comes from? Do you understand where the capital comes from? Each one of those 20,000 shares has to be paid for at 100 baht. So 51% of those 100 baht shares on paper were purchased by your Thai shareholders. Right?
What does that mean for this year?
In order to create a company, you must declare to the commercial department that 3 or more people got together and from their pockets put this amount of money into a company to capitalise it. But they make a declaration. Okay, so everybody understands, right? That's how it's done. We declare that the capital of the company is paid up. Right? No. Okay. So who's seen a balance sheet at the end of the year? We all pay our money every year to get this balance sheet done that shows what does it show? What does it show? Well, tell me.
The income and expense, but the 2 million often goes to buy the
Income and expense and
loss, but I mean assets.
capital and depreciation. Right? So, where does that capital go?
When you buy the assets, you buy your house.
If you have a house, what if you don't have a house? Right? Any other ideas?
Director's loan.
Good work. How many people have seen this? Right? Balance sheet at the end of the year. So we understand, right? Balance sheet, income, expenditure, and they must balance, or the income must be more than the expenditure, or the other way round. So if you have more income than expenditure, you've made a profit. If you have more expenditure than income, you've made a loss, right? But likewise, Likewise, the capital of the company has to show in the balance sheet, right? So we have the capital showing over here. So if the capital of your company is 2 million, which it must be if it's going to employ somebody who's a foreigner, right? It will depreciate over time, which is why I'm saying depreciation goes on the other side, right? Sorry? No, but the assets, if they are capital assets, will depreciate, right? So if you own a house, it will depreciate. Don't ask me how it manages to do that, but it does. It's an accountancy thing, okay? So, you've got 2 million baht and you don't own any assets, and you don't own any equipment or machinery, right? Where's the capital going to be shown? Anybody got any ideas? There can't be any dividends if there's no profit, which most of us never pay.
Loan back to the director.
Yeah. What you will normally find is loan to related party. Related party will in general mean the directors of the company. So that it balances, what we say is, here's the 2 million going in from the shareholders, and the very nice shareholders have decided to loan all of that money back to the directors of the company by way of a loan, so that there's an explanation as to where that 2 million went. Right? Everybody get it?
Why does that
Because otherwise your books don't balance. You've got 2 million that's disappeared. Right? Now normally what happens is that you'll find it's not all put down as loan to director. Some of it will be cash in the bank, but there's only so much that you can get away with that. Right? So you often find it says 300,000 cash in the bank, and you're thinking, I ain't seen that 300,000. Where is it? Accountancy exercise, right?
You've got directors and loan, oh right, you should usually have to repay the shareholders of, interest on that director's loan. So you should be paying money back every month too.
Yes, correct.
Dig,
And in reality, we generally don't do it because in reality, what kind of relationship do we have with our shareholders? Well, the legal one, yes. But let's not talk about the legalities of it. Do we even know who they are? Right, okay. How many people do know who their shareholders are? All of them. How many know some of their shareholders, as in somebody other than themselves? I think that's a half mast, is it? Like that? Okay. Alright. Has anybody got any concern about the fact that they don't know who their shareholders are?
The Foreign Business Act and the Land Code, all both of which are 5 years in jail and 5 million baht fine if you cock up bad.
Very good. Would you like a job, Adrian?
No, thank you. All right. It's not. I'm not allowed to under my work permit rules.
Okay. So the land code one, let's leave that a little to the side because I will deal with that completely when I do the January when advance notice will be about home ownership. But the issue of being in breach of the Alien Work Act is the big one, right? You are basically declaring that if you don't know who your shareholders are, have fun arguing they're not nominees, right? You will understand what I mean by that, right? Under Thai law, the 51% shareholders may not be nominees. May not.